And I will be doing choo-choo because it all has to do with where choo-choo. So with that being said, 1 plus 2. Lobby for reduced. This game we're supposed to be lobbying all the way. Hmm. 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 The cars are getting heavier, which makes sense. Right, so we're definitely going to want that. I'm not seeing anything for iron, but every town wants coal pretty much. Most of these games. Any town that grows to a moderate size is going. So that's good news for us. That's where we're going to start. Right. Of the simplest train runs ever. They're buying Moguls, Newport, and Spokane, or Spokane, or however you say it. We're going to drop this down to just year 5. It's not a lot, but it's something. Hello, Mr. Spokane.
We are as one. We are as one.
We are not. Right. They've
one.
Choo-choo depart. We're gonna need a repair depot for selling town. So. Yeah. Be some instant revenue with some more revenue coming in from here. Or more developed towns. They want coal too, so expanding to there probably wouldn't be too bad.
My next one. Yes, we are as one.
I have literally one choo-choo going back and forth right now, running coal. The game wants me to lock. Put your hit. Very interesting. Why?
That just slipped out. I am so sorry about that.
Or not.
Yes, I am. Did you honk at me earlier?
I what?
Did you honk at me earlier?
No.
Oh.
I didn't wave at you.
And so did I. I mean, I didn't see you waving because, you know, you're window tint.
No, you just have a really small car.
You sound better.
I'm not fully better, though. Well, 4% from coal, considering we're right now positioned for coal. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to expand into that town soon.
I mean, yeah, that's not a good thing. D-Deck's flooded. D-Deck flooded.
Why would you let that happen?
D-Deck is flooding.
Why?
Reason.
Aiden, did you forget to close the doors?
Maybe.
I'm too busy letting it all out.
I mean, it kind of doesn't help when I get comfortable. Maybe I should get in a lifeboat. Nope, near my god that he is playing.
More coal there?
To thee.
Or not to be?
Okay, both collapsibles are down.
Hmm. Hmm. Wait, I can build it here, but I can't build it down. Oh, I can. Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'm up. The one dude's still gonna be out for a little while. Or you stationed down here. Right, that's acceptable.
Imagine a photographer taking pictures of the ship as it sank.
Mm-hmm. We'll figure out this bridge here in a minute. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Actually saved a lot of money there. Oh. All right. Now that we got space to comfortably accommodate two trains, come back here because once go to yeah, up a lot. Up. Right, the cars have a lot more now. Then goes to here. Go directly to them. Oh. All right. Put in some crossover tracks. Sweet. There we go.
No urbanites.
No. Crap. 1, 2, 3. Save. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming this is, yeah. That's not too bad. We'll buy it eventually. We own grain? Yeah, we do. We bought it right earlier.
73 years.
He's dead. And he's back.
Did I die?
Pardon?
Did I die?
I'm less than awake right now.
I feel less than awake. Good night, Zachller.
Good night. Alright, now that we've taken another financial hit, keep upgrading our choo-choos. Right. Design. Far off our week completed. Way too freaking long. We may just need to bite the bullet and get a bunch of lobbyists. If we could get that logging effort done, then we could pick up, we could be dropping wood as well with engine 2. Air weight did go up. Sweet. 1 extra grain. Pick up, sell, an extra flour. Not quite, because our flour is more or less limited by what can actually be cranked out. Bringing coal too fast. That's annoying, but easy to rectify problem. Right, let's hire Thorn. Lobby for it here. Hmm. Very nice. And we can research a 10-wheeler. Go straight with the 10-wheeler, or do we pick up the Mason boat? Would love to pick you up. 385 out of the gate. An 80 top speed. Honestly, I'd be willing to just skip the Mason bogey. Yeah, let's just skip the Mason bogey. We have money. Do the lobbying. Need more. No matter what, I need more money right now to do all the things. With wood, we make our way over to this town and start making money. Hmm. Nope. Hmm. Hmm. Wait. Are your lobbyists released as soon as they... would demand? Oh. Oh. Rule. Okay. For wood. Oh, the logging company's already set. What? What? They want me to get it across the world. Got it. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, we're gonna need those 10-wheelers. Hmm. Oh, locomotive 2. Hmm. You demand coal? Right. We can go ham with the coal. Hmm. 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 Best part about playing this game is when you completely forget that you're playing it for a minute. Money. Mhm. Mhm. It's a good thing we are making really good money. Mhm. Mem. Mhm. 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 No one has iron. Hmm. Mhm. 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 Okay. Hmm. All right. All right. Buy another loco. Hmm. Oh, it can bring coal. All right, sweet. You have to travel a pretty fair distance, so Newport, grab 5 coal, bring it all the way to here, sell the 5 coal here, pick up as much iron as you can flip and haul, which is that much, and then you run all the way to Spokane. It's 1 to 1, right? No. So for every 3, so if we're bringing 12 over, then we want to give them 9. Crap. There we go. There we go. Mm-hmm. Mm. Sad because drunk is almost gone. Now it's telling us to deliver all this wood. We don't care right now. Oh, I think I did this correctly. I'll find out really quick here. locomotive 1 is here. Very good. Look at that money flow. What are you waiting on? Could probably just at least one way. All right. Ah. Well, let's save. I want to go to menu. And then what we're going to do is we're going to transfer over to a different game. Good work, guys. Good work. We've actually made it pretty far already, so we'll probably buy engine number 5 and then let engine number 5 do all of our specialty runs. Now that we got a very cash focused railroad available to us. Great to be that far in the green right off the bat. Having that much continuous incoming. Mm-hmm. Right, there's something wrong here. It needs to change presentation, fly presentation, exit presentation, outfit presentation with the appropriate armor. Do I bother upgrading this one, or do I bother upgrading this one? Because the difference between these two is this is an HE spitter, and this one isn't. Oh, wait, want the plane. Want the plane! Let's have a quick look at this. I just want to see how good it does. So these tanks it should be able to kill out. Yes, because they have paper for armor. But those aren't the tanks I need to worry about, because if I'm running into this stuff, then either the player hasn't done any research, which is, as you get higher in level, very much a concern. Oh, so you're tough enough right off the bat? Get back down in. Yeah, right off the bat. Can't kill... That's a Panzer III, right? Yeah, it's a Panzer III. By the prototype. So, like, the shells are powerful enough to do crippling, but that's... I think if I have a second tank squad that can use this, I might carry both. But yeah, so already, if I run into anything like that with this tank, forget it. He's at least good at crippling barrels. No. Outright no. Alright. So I've learned everything I need to learn about this tank, which is that although I don't think it would be bad for killing infantry, fortunately, you need to be able to kill vehicles too. Speaking of which, sometime I should probably pick up a Chaffee, but that's neither here nor there. Meh. Stop trying to sell me the Japanese vehicle. I am not interested in the Japanese car. But yeah, we're gonna run around with the Yanks with our new Dorman. Then we'll run random countries because all of our countries are slowly making it to BR2, except for Japan. Reasons. I don't know. Actually, what I think is going on is the same reason why Russia for a while there just wasn't getting picked up as much. The US can fight both Germany and Japan by default, and Germany can fight both the US and Russia, which means that even though that they both have larger trees than the other two, you're also more likely to get a match between the two of them because, well, they can compete. Ah, come on. There we go. Yeah, I kind of wish that you got more vehicle squads. I get why they don't, because you don't want to actually encourage somebody to load up with vehicles. It might be fun one of these days to try and figure it out. I know they outright restrict how many uh of each specific vehicle unit you're allowed to have. I believe for like tanks. Oh, come on. For tanks, it's like hmm, the number and it's greater than 4. I think it's 6. Like 6 vehicle units, and that's before you 6 tank units, and then that's before you get into the durable vehicle units like motorcycles and trucks. We're on defense. Oh yeah, so I went out of my way to research these M1 grants for no particular reason. Not like they're actually BR3 guns. So in a straight up BR3 match, you can run around going ping, and they do high damage. They're high damage semi-autos, which have fairly quick reloads. I can't wait to upgrade them. But yeah, they have fairly quick reloads, and yeah. Wait. The whole point of those panels is to make it... Never mind, never mind. I'm not going to try and argue a point. Because in fairness, that was a Panzer Fist. not truly a Panzer Fist, but that was a Panzer Faust. And not even like the notable. Like that. Are you kidding me, team? Don't worry, ladies, I'm here. It is annoying that they're not dropping them in a single shot, considering this thing's firing 30-06. Like, it did. In terms of calibers, 30-06 is unfair. Like, I'm not going to say it's the best round ever, because it just isn't. I'll go as far as to say that there's no such thing as the best round ever. There are certain rounds which serve best in certain categories, roles, tacos, maybe. Certain rounds are better at certain things, and 30-06 is just one of those rounds that if you want to, you see that guy over there that you really don't like, 30-06 will get rid of him. We'll get rid of him in fairly short order. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's no reason for them to have 30-06 performing like that. Alright, let's give our tanks another go. Hope that there aren't any stupid anti-tankers around. No, that was just stupid. I could get that I was moving around and supported, but it's just like... I don't think a single rocket should be able to take out an entire tank. Now that's more understandable because so where your anti-tank rockets have to be equally concerned with, you know, not just so in an actual tank shell, the vast majority of the shell can be straight up devoted to making stuff no longer exist. Versus in the case of a versus in are they moving through the back of that house, or is there actually a spawn in that house? Oh no, so in terms of if it goes off on the inside of the house, we're good. Alright, that guy's very dead. It's the moment where that 105 shell would be nice. So for anybody completely... Oh, there's a guy in there. So, in terms of shell performance, in terms of HE shell performance, there isn't a whole lot better than the there's not a whole lot better than the 75. 105 was better, but the 75mm, like it, in terms of the rankings, the 105 was by far the best for killing infantry in terms of the Americans during World War II. You wanted to kill infantry, you used... Oh my goodness. I am already annoyed with how many machine guns are everywhere. Many of them being extremely accurate, stupid guns. I say that, but yet the BAR is just that. It's funny because they've taken the so at BR2 when the machine guns get introduced, they're honestly kind of garbage. I'm gonna lie, they're just bad. They're rough. Come on, boys, keep whittling them down. Oh, can we get that guy from up here? Oh, come on! Why is there a tree there? I guess I'll take you. Oh, I love the Grand. Like I said, if its damage was higher, holy mackerel, would this be late? Team. These squads really need. All right, so we got a BAR, and then the rest of the squad has M1 Grands. Yeah, I know. They're all part of the same flipping squad. Everyone and their mom has machine guns, and they are full of crap. On my tail. That's kind of the reason why I'm getting annoyed with how quick it's getting taken out, because it's like I can somewhat get it with the light tanks because, you know, they don't have a lot of armor, so. Oh my gosh. I think that's a dude with a mortar. So, like, you know, I can somewhat get it. You know. Just no. Outright no. I don't want a grenade launcher. I want a actual gun. Oh, geez. Funny how the Germans complained during World War I about how unskilled it is to use a flamethrower. Oh no, not flamethrowers. Shotguns. And then, like, World War II, screw it. Just some irony. Ow. Take that. Could run a plane. Eh. Look at my little pirate. I know. Welcome to the party. Alright, now it's up to non-flamethrower dude. Oh, if I could get my Sherman up here with some HE shells. No, you don't. Why I have a grand? Dude, I would love to own one of these. Freaking. Once again, the M1 Grand is a really good gun. And, like, I'm not going to say that's better than what we have today. It's just. Like, as awesome as I think the on-block clip is, they're just calling in artillery strike after artillery strike. Alright, so we're going to try and aim to get our Sherman there. And that should help. Alright. But no, so... Friendly Sherman there. Let's head up this side. So we want to be close enough that friendly infantry will protect us, but far enough that we aren't instantly getting gimped. Seeing how we're back in this, I'm going to talk about that whole warhead thing again. So the issue that I'm having with the anti-tank rockets is the fact that in reality, you're probably only going to take out 1, maybe 2 crew members per shot unless you get lucky. What? Where's that from? Oh, hi. 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 That guy was trying to use grenade launcher rounds. Sorry, dude, that's not how that works. Honestly, grenade launcher rounds that are meant for killing tanks are a very recent development. Especially in terms of, like, the grand scheme of things. Because, as it turns out, most tanks are pretty hard to kill. Who would have thunk it? But yeah, so the reason why your anti-tank rockets aren't that effective up against actual tanks is for the simple fact that anti-tank rocket is competing with... Where's that machine gun? Where's that machine gun? Hmm? Oh, there he is. Actually, don't want to take that out. But yeah. So because they're very... Move up, move up, move up! Because they're very directional in nature, anti-tank rockets tend to only take out a few crew members. Once again, my information could always be wrong, but from what I understand, yeah. Thanks, teammates. Here I am, trying to support your operations. We are just farming kills at this point. Alright, let's Let's get ourselves some mobile. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Screw you. Stay off my tank. We just need it fixed. Go. Sweet. Come on. Alright, so that's the rear room. Spare Pull back, pull back. That's not good. Alright, what we're going to do... Why can I see my tracks there? That should be physically impossible. Okay, there was another tank that killed us that time. That's justifiable. Actually, I'll say right now, I wonder how effective explosive charges would actually be. Because it's a medium armored tank. So it has at least okay armor in most locations. Can they find something new to do? Are you? Honestly, I don't think the Germans are recovering anymore. Yes, this ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I figured. Pull this thing off. But we do have these. Pay attention. Oh, that was a really dumb idea on your part, dude. Really dumb. Really stupid. Get out! That's why I was holding back with my Shurn. And keep in mind that that is better classified as an infantry support. Emphasis on better. Wow, our team, we honestly didn't do too bad of a job there between everyone. Go GG's team. I know they can't hear it. If one of them ever stumbles across these streams, GG's. This did good. Between our final point defense and the time we spent in that German, yeah. Yeah, our deaths don't look great, but then again, my deaths tend to be high because I'm constantly trying to push the point. Alright. Uh-huh. Alright. So, now that I've had... Oh. Getting research tokens at this BR so painful. I should have just dragged some of my lower units up. Fascinating. Yeah, I should have dragged my lower units up, but I didn't. So this particular model had over 11,000 produced. Fascinating. A lot of M3s in the U.S. military. Huh. Yeah, as a medium tank, once again, I wonder... So, like, the two best ways to destroy vehicles in this game was bazookas, as you saw. There was the tactic that I used on that Panzer IV at the end, where I climbed onto his back and planted a charge. I know that the charge has to end up like somewhere in here, which I guess makes sense because assuming that your blast doesn't just completely go to Neverland like I would expect it to do, because kind of like how water follows the path of least resistance, explosives do something very similar, which is why you need to specifically shape them in specific ways to, you know, improve your damage. Go up to this, and then this, which, huh, huh. It would be our 3 vehicle. Wouldn't be bad to have on hand, but I'd want it, I'd want multiple squads that could use it. Ah, or what I kind of wish is that for your vehicle squads, they would give you like you can set up like 2 different vehicles, so you can take them out with one vehicle depending on one situation, or take it out with another. One of the gripes I have with this game. Yeah, we're gonna keep working the P-51. Probably come around to you. Oh, with the grenades. Okay. Of course, you're proper BR4. You're still only BR3, so you might be worth researching. Really. Enfield T. I don't have it. Come with the squad? Yeah, you do. You don't. I kind of wish they would like give you 2 more. Well, I guess that it seems like they try to give you one of each squad every BR. Fascinating. So if I wanted to have my dual Shermans, I'd do it here, where you could have your Sherman 105 and then your Sherman Jumbo. And then your Sherman Jumbos for when you're actually fighting other stuff. Assuming that you don't want to use the squad as a TD squad. Or do you evolve? Luckily, the American 75 millimeter should remain effective through here. Oh, this one officially moves up to the 76. Then you would definitely be 76. So the 76, if this game stays true to life, 105, 75, and then I think it's uh, either the 76 or the 37 mil that comes next after. I think it's the 76 because even that thing's relatively pathetic HE charge was still capable. Uh, I think what was going on there is the 76 millimeter was essentially just engineered as a high velocity anti tank cannon, which like it worked, did the job. You're 75, aren't you? Yeah, you're 75. But like it worked and was very effective. And then when you get here, you get to the 90 mils, which 90 mil. Oh, I need to look at the performance charts because all of these guns are actually like laid out. Basically, the US did testing saying, hey, which ones HE shells are the most effective? And yeah, it's like 105, the 75. If I remember correctly, 90 didn't perform well on those tests either. And if that's true, if I'm remembering that correctly, then I have to wonder why. Interesting. 90 mil M3, D15E1. Oh, additional random fun fact. If you're wondering why Herman didn't have the 76 millimeter gun sooner, the answer to that is way simpler than you might initially think. 76 is pretty much an improved version of the clip of the 3-inch gun, which is what this tank is using. So 76 millimeters is 3 inches. The 3-inch gun, the reason why it wasn't used on Sherman was because it was too dang heavy. They were going to use it on heavy tanks. They essentially built tank destroyers to use it as well. But there were a lot of concerns. And when you talk about the US military, especially during World War II, like there's a reason why Sherman was built the way it was. And it's because the US military went, number one, what type of tank will we need to win a war? Number two, how do we fix that tank once it's there? Number three, how do we keep that tank supplied? uh yeah, yeah. If there's one thing the US military is absolutely guilty of is complete, like, people talk about German engineering being ridiculous, and I mean, you look at Panther and Tiger and it's just like, yeah, yeah, you went nuts there, Germany. And then you look at all the testing that the US did for all their stuff. But the America, why did you need to know how rubber degrades over time? Under which conditions? Which is an actual test they did to figure out if in the Pacific Theater, uh, to figure out, well, it wasn't specifically to the specific theater, but they did a series of tests to figure out how rubber degrades in certain environments, so that they're in the case of their trucks and M3 half tracks, um, they would know how the rubber would degrade and how much extra rubber, how many extra tires, rubber tracks in the case of the M3, and that kind of stuff they would have to send over to compensate for that degrade, or if they needed to re-engineer their rubber so that it could handle it better. U.S. engineering. I'll be right back. Execute order 387 with 3 waffles. All right. Of course, we immediately found something. One benefit to doing that. So we're Japan or US? US. Interesting. Did that not kill you? Good work, dummy. Come on. How can I not? Mhm. Mhm. Oh, we have BR5s in here. That's a BR5 tank. How did he hit me there? I know the AoE on the large shells is large, but like, what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. 3, 2. Gosh. I did not mean to grab the Sherm, but whatever. Is that blown straight through the building? Oh. Where from? Oh. We have the tools that we need with this guy to take that tank out. Just getting to it. Get under here. Of course not. That guy's freaking everywhere. I'd like to understand how he's able to do that, but probably never will. Why are there so many BR5 players with those stupid things? And where's ours? Do we even have BR5 players on our team? I mean, I'll admit, I'm planning on getting that pack eventually. But... I'll admit, I've yet to see the damn Pershing. Yeah, it seems like so many players have the other vehicle. So what's going on there? The fair play. It's also pretty annoying. Mm-hmm.
Artillery support.
Of course. Why fight people with your actual guns when you can play it with bullshit? The other guy's up, right? Those guns should be restricted to a specific. What are you doing? Right. Dude, when you're running a Sherman, you have the advantage of your gun being good. Or at least the AoE of the HE shells is pretty insane. Ugh. We'll do one more and then we'll wrap up. Oh, that'll be done. Because yeah, I'm getting sick of these. Funny because here I'll go over what I'm talking about. So this tank here, if you go into purchase, still a really good price for both. But it comes with these two tanks. You have that TD which we just saw. And then it also comes with the T20, the M26, T99. Now maybe it's because the missile racks do what they shouldn't, which is that something that they got wrong in War Thunder is that if you hit a vehicle's rocket rack or its mortar rack or weapon system like that, oh the explosion will take out the vehicle. Not necessarily, because it's an external explosion, and that explosion, kind of like what we were talking about with explosive charges, that explosion isn't going into the vehicle, it's going everywhere. Because ironically enough, your rockets are designed to fly out and hit a target. So yes, they will explode. No, they won't necessarily take your vehicle with them. Oh dear. I should probably give their T-28 a good shot. We get killed. down at BR2 now, which means we can only encounter BR3. Hmm.
Артиллерия, огонь по квадрату! Прикройте меня!
Alright, let's give this sucker a try because I got it, but haven't used it yet. Oh wow, our team is they're great. Don't want him knowing yet. Alright, so why is that tank placed so freaking high if it can't counter tanks from its BR? Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Yes, dude, I can do it too. My own AI scared me.
Прикройте меня!
Alright. Hmm. Bah. on, rearm. Can our team actually bleed them out? Find out. Mm-hmm. We have our submachine guns. Takey. Oh, good work there, bud. If my tank literally can't counter their tanks, then how are we expected to deal with their tanks? Especially because the Germans get the only tanks that are effective up against rocket launchers. We'll cover that briefly before we end off, but yeah, there's a reason why we got steamrolled there the moment I realized that our tank had no combat capability. I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not. Grades. So, for whatever reason, our main gun performance here is garbage, which isn't completely unexpected. It is essentially more or less a short barreled howitzer. With that being said, I would still expect it, especially since we have AP shells for it, to be able to deal with the primary enemy tanks that you will be facing as the Russians, which are German. Crazy. And this tank right here is the one we ran into. This tank, as well as all others outfitted like it, are starting to annoy the crap out of me because for no reason they are superior to everything else. So we'll go over it in more detail in a second so that all players can know how to deal with this damn thing. So right off the bat, one of my favorite aspects of World War II German tanks are the side skirts. Wait, they're not even that far out? On actual Panzer IIIs, they sit out more and they're even angled. Well, the bottom ones are. Or am I thinking the Panzer IV? Either way, yeah. Yeah. So the only way to kill this thing with a frickin' rocket is to either get up on its ass and kill it this way. You can't do it from up here because you'd have to try and get it. Well, I'm pretty sure the light right here. Yeah, the light's an entity. So the rocket would catch the light, it wouldn't catch the hull. So you gotta try and hit there. Because if you hit here, you'll take out the transmission, and that's it. So you gotta hit these corners up here, and you have to specifically hit this area there. The annoying part is that its gun really overperforms. Now that I see how its Russian counterpart performs. Which, I'm not for Russian equipment, but like, this howitzer can kill just about any other tank it comes across. And yet, our Russian counterpart, the T-28, couldn't. Oh yeah, right, there's part of your problem, is that it gets freaking heat. Which, ironically, heat wouldn't work very well up against this tank, because side skirts. But it works straight up against everything else, and I'm assuming that's how they're killing... Is that the improved one, or the not? I'm assuming that's the improved, because it has the raised armor. Where's the non-improved? The one we were using. T-34s shouldn't be too bad. In real life, T-34 was meh. Meh. Okay, so there's another one over here. Alright, so I'm assuming this is the starting one. And I'm assuming all he had to do to kill it was right there. Alright, so the ammo layout sucks right off the bat. I'm not going to kill this one yet, just because I kind of want to check something. What is even the point? And let me guess, this can... The German can one-shot it too. Alright, so that one's not as bad. But man, did they do Russia dirty by pulling that. Alright, where's the tank I came from? That thing. Alright, let's see how that performs up against this. I can't imagine very well, considering this is the 45 millimeter. Yeah, this is performing about as I would expect. Well, one thing right off the bat, the side skirts are completely overrated. Side skirts work very well up against your anti-tank weapons, but they fall apart up against actual shells just because the only ones that they're really effective against really weren't being used. Mm, mm. Oh, that's a T-34. I'm almost two. This will be the first one. Is it even effective up against it? Alright, this one's before the Tide Man. Okay. Are you even effective? No. Because once again, so the problem that side skirts have up against the actual shells, like they do help because they reduce the effectiveness because they have to go through two separate layers of armor. They help, but up against actual AP shells that aren't doing weird stuff, they don't really save you. So why did they do Russia this dirty? Like, on the one hand, good job, Gaijin, good job. You can make a game that isn't friendly to Russia. Good job. But on the other hand, like, no wonder why Russia gets steamrolled so often in this game. Because I'll kind of walk you through it, but like, geez, Russia and Germany need to be rebalanced. Like up against America, like a lot of the American tanks can actually kill this thing outright, but Russia, because that's BR3, and that can't kill it, and that is very much a BR2 tank. It's a late BR2 tank, but it's a BR2 tank. Oh, those things are BR4. Got it. Why does that not surprise me? So when I'm playing the US, if it's a fair fight, I'll be seeing these things. No, these things. And then it becomes unfair when the Panzer IVs get their side skirts, which means they are really overrating the side skirts. Because once again, side skirts are really good up against the infantry anti tank weapons. They're not so great up against actual shells, unless it's the weird stuff. There's almost no point in running these. With Rector specifically, there's almost no point in running vehicles, period. These. That's screwed up. Alright, well. Frickin'. I think. My problem with them might honestly be the fact that I'm BR1. And when you're BR1, you almost always get lumped with BR2. And when you're BR2, you almost always get lumped with BR1. Like, it's very rare that you actually get lumped with BR3 stuff. Maybe that's just me, but in my experience, you're heavy this, not so heavy this. And then so far, every single time I played BR3, you're heavy this. Well, no, you're this, while everyone else is this, which I think is stupid because they set up the precedent here for these first two tiers. Oh yeah, you can encounter a tier below, you can encounter a tier above, and then you play BR3, and it's like screw that. You want to have fun playing our game? No, 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 no. Welcome to BR3. You're now one of the big boys. Here's tier 5. Have a nice day. Ah, that explains why they're so common. Because there's this one, and then there's this one, the prototype. So anyone who's BR5 is all the way up here. But if that's the case, then why don't they just run this thing? Because this is an actual MBT. I love how I can just do this. Sorry, I'm kind of venting my frustration, but it's just like this is one of the things that irks me about this game, because otherwise it's a really fun game. And if they would make these changes, holy mackerel, would it only be funner? It's a secondary gun. So the hull gun is its own thing. Which is nice. Shame that we have to carry the extra ammo for it, but whatever. Kinda wish you could set your ammo loads for tanks, but then it would take something that's already very hard to kill and make it even harder. I think the rough part for Japan is that Japan and Italy in World War II, like, Japan had the fortune of being fairly well built up in comparison to Italy, who kind of screwed up royally with their Ethiopian wars and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm even killing T95 with this. I mean, not T9, M26. Yeah, so that's... They end off with a... Anybody who's made it through this tree and is opting for this over this. Alright, I can see the 105 being a benefit, but why use this without a turret? Which makes it hyper vulnerable to infantry. When I could just use this. Then I have a secondary gun for killing squirrels, I guess, and a primary gun for everything else. Having more ways to kill people is not a detriment. Especially not in this game. But I'll say right now, I would argue the Grant is the superior tank in real life because it's actually only a 6-man crew, where the Lee was a 7. But the Lee in this game is better because you get that machine gun on the roof. I really wish that with vehicles you could allow, like there was a setting you could hit or something like that that would allow friendly infantry to climb up onto your vehicle and use your machine gun. That'd just be awesome. Because then it would also encourage infantry to actually play around you. Because the best thing for a tank is to have friendly infantry around. But oh well. That was my angry TED talk. I hope you enjoyed it. But